Hey there, YouTube. Petey Two Finger here, and this is a video I make every year. I make the same video. Excuse me, I'm getting all settled in here. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So, what's the word? What's new? What's good? Anything good? The reason I'm making this video is to announce to no one. I've got 9 songs finished, and we're gonna do one more. The mixes are strong. There's a flute on one track that's gotta go. It's just way too loud. So I always say I'm not gonna do a video. I'm just gonna do title cards. Well, I've got 2 of the videos done, and they're not title cards. It's a little bit more exciting than a title card, but I don't want to give anything away. I think this is strong. It may be a high watermark for me. It's different, but it's very much from the heart. It's very much Petey Two Finger music. So I'm hopeful that I will enjoy it. I'm hopeful that I'll really get a kick out of it. I want to thank everybody who has been supportive on this channel and left comments. Really need special thanks for my old lady. Gomti's been great. I'll finish a track. She'll put whatever that may be back in its case and grab me the next instrument, hook it up. Literally, I'm just reclining. She's dialing in the patches, and she did some tracking for me. She was running the transport. She'll move this. I got this one special keyboard that has a scrub wheel and some hotkeys on it. So she's jockeying that back and forth between these 2 locations and straightening the cables out and just doing wonderfully. So Jimmy Photon hooked me up with a GR1. I'm using it on every freaking track. I love the GR1. And, the setup for this was bad. It was really bad. I tried building this computer, and one of the motherboards had a bad RAM socket, and it wouldn't act up until you got everything all installed and then put some serious heavy-duty applications running, and then it would lock up. And then I tried another motherboard. This is all stuff that was dropped off by a garbage picker, a junker. My little brother Björn had hooked me up with a bunch of old PCs, and I tried building this one. He had one motherboard that I put Windows 10 on it, and same thing. Eventually, it would freak out and it would crash, blue screen, whatever. So, after about a month of back and forth and like installing all of the Spitfire Labs sample library, which is free, but it runs incredibly slow to install it. I realized I had to redo everything on a computer that was stable. So I just put Windows 7 64-bit back on the one that didn't have the band RAM slot, and it ended up working. But it was, the guitar synthesizer, I got that out. I hadn't used it in years, and set all this MIDI stuff up, and I was going to blast some patches into it. And I'm reading how to do it. I've got it, and it's running. It worked. I'm reading how to do this, and I looked down, and the display was blank, but it was lit up. And my heart just sank. I knew, it's dead. So I sold 3 of the sound cards that I had for that and bought a NUX MG300, which you can load your own impulse responses, and I got this custom patch with an acoustic. Someone modeled the impulse response of an acoustic, the wooden body instead of a speaker cabinet, and man, does it sound great. You use this patch to record acoustic guitar. I have an acoustic with a piezo pickup in it, and so you can direct in with that, but you're missing that sound of the body of the guitar. Well, that's this impulse response. So it's really cool. There's a lot, and there's a lot of tracks, So I couldn't be happier, but at the same time, getting everything together was really bad. So I decided to call this album Semantical Nightmare. And I know that's incorrect. My wife really didn't like it. She's like, it's not right. To me, a semantical nightmare means getting something together that's ridiculous because it's impossible. Like, oh, you could try to do that, but it would be a semantical nightmare. And that's basically kind of like achieving the impossible, me missing fingers, and then with all this garbage gear, $20 interface that if I switch it from internal mode to external and slave it to another computer through a fiber optic coaxial cable, it'll work. But then when I switch it back to the internal and go through the analog inputs, it starts disconnecting itself willy-nilly. And you have to reinstall the driver. Then you have to reinstall the DAW, which has an update you have to reinstall as well. So figuring all that out and realizing what you have to do real quick and then moving it, like when you're in the middle of recording, plus that thing, just getting everything together, getting it all working, with the death of the GR50, with rebuilding this computer. I don't know how many times I rebuilt that computer. Figuring out that it was a bad RAM slot. So the title is Semantical Nightmare. Again, my wife didn't like it. And I contacted this guy that I had met on Facebook, and he was really a jerk to me about it too. He was really rude. I didn't understand that so much. He's younger than me, and he was acting like he was like way above me or something, you know. Like I don't know. I people are weird, you know. I think maybe he was a little bit jealous. So the long and short of it is, if I put myself through that hell that is weighing out expectations on other people, like, oh, people are going to care, people are going to listen to this, people are going to tell me I did a good job, it's really setting myself up for heartbreak. So the name of the album is Semantical Nightmare. I'm incredibly proud of this work. I know it's a fucking high water mark for me, and I could really give a shit if anybody listens to it or not. I am doing the video, and that's not so much for you guys. It is for me. Everything that I do is for me. Hopefully, other people will be able to enjoy it. I don't mean to be dickish. I don't mean to step on the toes of the people that have been nice and have complimented me, because that does matter to me. It's huge. It's huge. I'm that type of person. I need that validation. I need people to say, "Oh, you did a good job." You know, I can't imagine what it would be like if I had an accident and I'm missing fingertips to play the guitar with two fingers. I can't imagine that, you know. Well, I can. That's my reality, and it's not easy to do. It isn't. And I'm very, very proud of this work. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, ultimately, I'm going to finish it. I'm going to consume it. I'm going to enjoy it. But I know that there's a handful of you guys out there who have been very, very supportive, and I can't tell you how much that means to me. I really appreciate that. The comments, the supportive comments. I do know if you look at the albums, Minor Technical Difficulties, Digitally Delayed, 0202, they just plummet. The statistics plummet. The view count and the thumbs up and all that. So for me, like, I look at that and go, wow, you know, that one album, maybe that was good and this other one was terrible, and then I listen to it and it's like, no, this is, it's the opposite. So it's a weird place to be in creatively, is to put your neck out there and not really get anything back, you know, or you get a handful of people. So you guys, you're my people. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I'm super excited about this, and I'm hopeful that if people do decide to take the time out of their day to check some of it out, maybe they'll enjoy it. And if they don't, well, that's fine too. So until next time, hug your pets, take care of yourselves, be safe, be smart, and peace. How do we shut this thing off? All right, you guys. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Should be sooner rather than later on this semantical nightmare. I hope you like it.